This story is titled, When I Didn't Show Up to My Sister's Baby Shower, My Family Bombarded Me with Hate. Said I was selfish, jealous, pathetic. Nobody asked why I wasn't there. The truth? I was at the hospital, holding my newborn son, the one I never told them about, because he was the result of a secret I swore I'd take to my grave. But someone leaked a photo. Now my phone won't stop blowing up. Who's the mother? How could you? Tell us now, or we'll find her ourselves. So apparently, I'm a selfish, jealous, pathetic excuse for a human being because I didn't show up to my sister's precious pastel-themed baby shower last Saturday. Cool. Meanwhile, not one single person, not one, bothered to ask why I wasn't there. Just straight to the group chat with the torches and pitchforks. Love that for me. My mom texted me, unbelievable. That was it? No punctuation, which is how you know she's serious. My Aunt Gina posted some cryptic shit on Facebook like, it costs nothing to support family. S-mensch like girl. You still owe me $300 from that cruise you bailed on in 2019. Maybe sit this one out. I've got 37 missed calls, 10 voicemails. My cousin Alexis DM'd me, are you okay? Which would be nice if she didn't follow it with, everyone's saying you faked sick to ruin the vibe. The VIBE. Meanwhile, I was in a goddamn hospital room, holding my newborn son, the one I never told anyone about. The one they'll never believe is mine, not really, because of how he came into the world. Because I swore I'd take that secret to my grave, and I would've, if someone hadn't leaked the photo. Yeah, that photo. Me, in the hospital, holding him. Face exhausted, eyes swollen from crying and lack of sleep and straight-up existential dread. The nurse snapped it without me noticing. Said she wanted to capture the moment. I didn't even look at it, just nodded, trying not to fall apart because I was too busy trying to hold it together for this tiny, warm, impossibly real little person I somehow created. And then I guess I left my phone unlocked for like 1 minute. Maybe I texted someone. Maybe I fell asleep. Maybe I was just too fucking tired from birthing a secret into the world. And now it's out there. Blasted on someone's story. A mutual friend, maybe? A nurse? IDK. Doesn't matter. It's out. The baby. The secret. The reason I couldn't be at Kayla's shower, eating gender reveal cupcakes and pretending like my entire life wasn't about to implode. You know what's wild, though? Not one person in my family, and not even my own mother, thought for 2 seconds that maybe something was wrong. Maybe I wasn't just being dramatic again, or attention-seeking, or jealous of Kayla finally having her moment. Nope. I was just the black sheep doing what I always do, ruining things by existing. Guess what, though? I didn't show up because I had a fucking baby, a baby nobody even knew existed, and now everybody wants answers. Too bad none of them deserve the truth. Yet. The worst part? I tried to stay invisible. I tried so hard to just get through the whole thing without anyone knowing. The plan was simple. Get in, get out, keep the baby off the grid, heal, disappear. Clean, quiet, controlled. But of course the universe was like, LMAO bet. Because someone in that damn hospital, took that photo and sent it around. And now everyone and their emotionally constipated dog has seen it. It's not even a good photo, by the way. My hair looks like microwaved ramen. I'm in a crusty gown, and my face is swollen like I lost a bar fight. But there I am, holding this wrinkly, red, perfect little person with this stupid look of, what? Fear? Relief? IDK. All I know is that moment wasn't for them. It was mine. And now it's the family group chat's new wallpaper. You want to know what I woke up to this morning? 5 missed calls from Aunt Deb. A voicemail from my mom sobbing like I died. A text from my cousin Rachel that just said, "Holy fuck, is this real?" And my personal favorite, Kayla, aka the queen of all things baby-related, sending me, and I quote, WTF, you couldn't wait a few more days to ruin my life? Bitch. I was in labor. I was literally leaking every bodily fluid imaginable while you were yelling at the caterer about the color of your mocktails. And yeah, okay, maybe I didn't tell anyone. Maybe I ghosted hard, deleted my bump pics, stopped showing up to family dinners, faked migraines to get out of Zoom calls, went full social media blackout for months. But do you know how people treat you when they find out you're pregnant and you're not even supposed to be? Because spoiler alert, I wasn't. Supposed to be, I mean. The whole pregnancy? The result of the kind of secret you only confess in therapy after 10 years and 3 glasses of wine. So yeah, I didn't tell them. Because telling them meant explaining everything. And I wasn't ready to burn that entire forest down. But now? Now they're coming with matches and gasoline. They want to know who the mother is. They want answers. They want to support me now. Which is rich considering 3 days ago they were dragging me for not bringing a diaper cake to Kayla's registry. Even my dad, who usually couldn't be bothered to text me unless it's tax season, sent this passive-aggressive masterpiece. You know this could have been easier if you'd just communicated like an adult. Oh, right. Because our family is so famous for calm, rational conversations. Totally forgot. Here's the thing, though. They keep asking who the mother is, who the girl is, who she could be. But nobody's asking the right question. Not one of them's considered the possibility that there is no she. Just me. Just me. And this baby. And the secret that made that possible. You ever have one of those dreams where you're running through mud and everyone's yelling at you but their mouths aren't moving and you just know something horrible's about to happen but can't do anything about it? That's what this past week has felt like. Except it's not a dream. It's just my life now. Because the photo leaked. And now the speculation circus is in full swing. Reddit has nothing on my family's group chat right now. These people went full FBI. My grandma called my ex-roommate from college because she had a vibe about her. My cousin Lexi texted me a list of baby name guesses like this was a fucking gender reveal game show. Spoiler, his name's not Braxlin, Lexi. What the hell? Also, people are now somehow convinced I stole a baby. Deadass. My uncle literally texted, if you're in trouble, we can help hide you. Like I'm part of some underground baby heist ring. Appreciate the weird loyalty, Uncle Jeff, but maybe chill. They still don't get it. Nobody gets it. There's no mother. Not in the way they're thinking. No one-night stand. No secret girlfriend. No TikTok-worthy romance that ended in a surprise birth. Just me. Just me. I was 22 when I found out I couldn't carry. Or, to be precise, when the doctor told me it'd be extraordinarily difficult and medically unsafe if I tried. You ever had a dream yanked out of your chest mid-sentence? That was mine. I left the clinic that day and didn't speak to anyone for 3 days. Just microwaved sad frozen dinners and stared at the wall while my cat judged me. But then, last year, something happened. Someone made me an offer. The kind of offer you don't talk about. The kind of offer you bury. Because it came from someone way too close. Someone I never, ever thought would say the words, I'll do it. I'll carry it for you. But you can't tell anyone. And I didn't. I kept the whole thing under wraps. Quiet prenatal visits, burner phone appointments, hospital check-ins under a fake name. I even told work I was taking time off to help a friend through a rough pregnancy. I mean, technically true. I just didn't tell them whose body the baby was coming out of. And no, I'm not telling Reddit who the surrogate is. Yet. Not because I'm scared, but because when this comes out, it's going to crater my entire family. Like mutually assured destruction levels of fallout. Thanksgiving will have to be catered in a bunker. But the bomb's already ticking, because last night I got a text from her. Just 3 words. They know something. Now I can't sleep. I can't eat. I keep watching the baby breathe like I'm waiting for the sky to fall. I knew this moment would come, but I thought I'd have more time, more space, a few weeks to just be a parent before the tidal wave hit. Instead, I got a damn group FaceTime from my mom, Kayla, Aunt Gina, and Rachel, full coven mode, all yelling over each other, asking where I was, who the baby belonged to, if I'd paid some poor girl under the table, if the baby was even real, if I was doing this for attention. I hung up, blocked everyone, just couldn't. I'm not ready to tell them. I'm not ready to say it. I'm not ready to explain that the person who carried my baby was someone they all know, someone they love. And when they find out, yeah, I'm not the only one they're gonna turn on. It turns out secrets don't stay buried when the person holding the shovel suddenly develops a conscience. Or maybe just likes chaos. Because she cracked. The surrogate. The one person I trusted in this dumpster fire. The one I swore I'd protect because she asked me not to tell anyone. The one who said, I'll do this for you, but no one can know it was me. And I kept my word. I didn't tell. I protected her. And what does she do? She tells fucking Kayla? Yup. My baby shower-obsessed, pastel vomit Pinterest core sister, who once screamed at a Target employee because they were out of "it's a boy" confetti, now knows the truth. How do I know she knows? Because she showed up at my door. Not called. Not texted. Not sent a "hey, can we talk?" passive-aggressive DM. No, she drove her 6 months pregnant ass to my apartment in a rage spiral and banged on my door like a cop serving a warrant. I opened it half asleep, baby strapped to me in one of those soft wrap things, which I have no idea how to properly use but pretend I do. And the look she gave me. Pure venom. "You let her do this?" she hissed. That's how I found out. Not from the surrogate, not from a calm conversation, from Kayla storming in and accusing me of ruining everything. Apparently they were FaceTiming, casual, talking baby stuff, and the surrogate, let's just call her M, slipped up. She said something about when I was pregnant, and Kayla, with the investigative instincts of a feral raccoon, latched on instantly. Cue the meltdown. Because drumroll, please. M is Kayla's best friend. YEP, her maid of honor, her ride or die. Her childhood friend since we were 8 soulmate. The one who helped plan the shower. The one who made the stupid fruit salad shaped like a baby carriage. The one Kayla trusted with her whole heart. And she carried my baby. Secretly. Silently. While texting Kayla pictures of her own hormonal bloat and faking sympathy for pregnancy symptoms. Look, I didn't want it to be this messy. M came to me. She knew my situation. She offered. Said she'd thought about being a surrogate for years and that helping someone she loved meant more than doing it for strangers. We made a plan. No drama, no announcements, just a miracle wrapped in silence. But then feelings got weird. We got too close. Late-night texts turned into 2 a.m. check-ins. She held my hand at the ultrasound. I cried on her shoulder when I heard his heartbeat. And somewhere in that chaos of emotion, she told me, "Promise me you'll never tell anyone, especially Kayla." I should have known. Secrets rot when they're left to fester, and now everything's infected. Kayla didn't even stay. She screamed at me in the hallway for 5 minutes, cried into her car door and sped off. Left a voice message after that saying I'm dead to her, and that M is a manipulative, womb-thieving psycho. And M? She hasn't texted back since. Nothing. Not even a sorry. Meanwhile, I'm here trying to keep a 4-day-old alive with Google searches and YouTube tutorials, while half my family thinks I stole someone's baby, and the other half is drawing up biblical-level betrayal charts. There's a text thread titled Family Crisis now. I'm not in it, but I've seen screenshots. They're talking about taking legal action, about finding out if I tricked her, about DNA tests. Funny how the people who never gave a shit about me before are suddenly obsessed with this baby's genetics. Newsflash, he's mine. Every cell, every breath, every tiny wrinkle on his oversized foot. They can demand all the tests they want, but they're not ready for the answers. South plot twist. Kayla didn't just rage text or post cryptic Instagram stories like she normally does when she's heartbroken. Number. She called a lawyer. Let that sink in. I'm on 3 hours of sleep, nursing with one hand and microwaving leftover hospital crackers with the other, and my phone starts blowing up again. But this time, it's not Aunt Gina's Bible verse memes or another come to Jesus text from mom. Number, it's M. Finally. Except the message just says, "You might be getting served. I'm so sorry." Excuse me? I thought maybe it was a joke or like exaggerated family gossip. Until the door buzzed and I got handed an envelope by some dude who looked bored out of his mind and said, "You've been notified." Inside, a cease and desist. From Kayla's fiance's family. Turns out they're worried the scandal is going to impact the baby's future, meaning her baby, the one still cooking in her womb. Because I created confusion and false implications by having a baby at the same time as Kayla without transparency. Transparency? I didn't realize I owed the group chat a fucking fertility press release. Apparently, Kayla's in-laws are concerned people might think my baby is hers, or that she gave him away and now regrets it, and the family reputation is being smeared by deception. This isn't a dynasty. It's not the fucking Kennedys. You run a roofing company and she sells personalized baby onesies on Etsy. Calm down. Meanwhile, my mom finally called. I let it go to voicemail. She left 2 messages. The first one was all fake concern voice like, "Sweetheart, I know you've been struggling, but this isn't the way to ask for attention." And the second one, 20 minutes later, was just her screaming into the phone, "Tell me who the mother is or I'll call Child Protective Services." Cool. Guess the generational trauma baton's still going strong in this family. They're all spiraling. Aunt Gina is apparently telling people I bought a baby off the black market. Lexi texted me some bullshit like, "You should have just adopted legally like normal people." Like she didn't spend all of 2022 manifesting twins from her ex-situationship. And M, radio silent again? I think she's hiding. Can't blame her. She's probably dealing with the fallout from Kayla, who, oh yeah, posted a Facebook rant that definitely wasn't about me, but totally was. Nothing hurts more than betrayal from someone you trusted with your life, especially when they steal the moment you waited your whole life for. The blindsided Jocker family matters. Girl, nobody stole your moment. I didn't sneak into your uterus in the night and take your fetus like the Grinch with a crowbar. You just didn't know my story, because I didn't want it to be part of your performance. And now? Now everyone's talking about suing me, or cutting me off, or getting the truth by force. They want me to prove I'm the father. Like it's a Maury episode. They want to drag it into court, they want public explanations, apologies. But none of them are asking what this is doing to the baby. Or to me. No one's asked if I'm okay, if I need help, if I have diapers, if I've slept, if the baby's eating, if I even have formula. Spoiler, I don't. We're out. I'm using donated samples from a neighbor I barely know because everyone else in my life is too busy crafting conspiracy theories to realize this isn't a Netflix series. It's my fucking life. They say I lied. They say I betrayed the family. But they don't know the half of it. Because the truth? It's not just that M is Kayla's best friend. It's who else knew, who helped, who was in on it, and never said a word. And that's the part that's going to shatter everything. I haven't slept in 2 days. The baby's teething already, or maybe he's just vibing with my internal chaos because every time I close my eyes, he screams like he can sense I'm about to mentally evaporate. Anyway, let's get to it. You want the truth? Fine. Here it is. My dad knew. Has known. For months. He helped. He's the one who paid for the surrogacy lawyer. He helped us draw up the paperwork. He drove M to 2 of her early appointments when I couldn't get off work. He sat next to me when I signed the first set of documents and said, "You're doing a brave thing, and I'm proud of you." Yeah, that guy. The same man who pretends not to know how to work the microwave. The man who once told me, "Feelings are fine, but don't post about them on the internet." That guy helped me have a baby, then went right back to family dinners acting like he didn't know I was quietly growing a human being with Kayla's best friend. Why? Because he didn't trust Mom, or Kayla, or anyone else in our family, honestly. And NGL? Valid. Man's been quiet for 50 years and now I get it. He was watching, and he knew exactly what would happen if the truth got out. And here we are. Called it like a psychic. You should have seen his face when I called him after the photo leaked. Just sighed and said, "I figured this day would come." No panic, no drama. Just told me to forward him all the legal threats. Said he's ready to have some conversations. I'm not sure what that means, but he said it while sipping chamomile tea like a retired mob boss, so I'm choosing to believe in him. Meanwhile, M's still ghosting. I don't blame her. The messages I've seen from Kayla, unhinged. Like, we were supposed to get pregnant together, not you for them type energy. Screenshots got sent to me anonymously. Lexi again, I think. Girl's a messy saint. And the passive aggression is so thick, you could butter toast with it. Kayla's also told the whole extended family her version of the story, which is, unsurprisingly, bullshit. Apparently, in her version, I manipulated M into being my surrogate, lied to everyone to steal her motherhood spotlight, and am now using the baby as emotional blackmail. She posted that on her IG story under a graphic that said, "Some people are just born broken." Like she wasn't literally throwing a tantrum at Party City 2 months ago because they ran out of sage green napkins. The funny thing is, I wanted to tell Kayla. At the beginning, I thought maybe she'd be supportive, that she'd get it. That we could both be glowing parents with babies born weeks apart and build something beautiful out of the mess of our shared childhood. But when I brought it up, when I was still thinking about it months ago, I made the mistake of floating the idea of surrogacy to her. And she laughed, straight up laughed. Said, "Why would someone give you their baby?" You're not exactly the nurturing type. That was the moment I buried the idea of telling her so deep I forgot where I even left it. Now she's acting like I betrayed her, like I stole something, like this baby, my baby, is some kind of accessory she didn't approve of. She said in a voice message that I will be playing for a therapist someday. You had a kid out of spite. You're trying to one-up me. You're disgusting. I almost laughed. If only she knew how many nights I spent sobbing on the kitchen floor just praying he'd make it. That M wouldn't change her mind. That I wouldn't lose this one chance at something real. Something mine. And now here we are. A crying baby. A broken family. A father who secretly went full godfather mode to help his kid do the impossible. And a sister who thinks motherhood is a competition you win with matching burp cloths and a ring light. I don't know how this ends, but I know the storm's here. And it's about to take someone down with it. Here it is. The end of the beginning. I didn't plan for it to happen like this. Thought maybe things would fizzle out. Thought maybe they'd scream themselves hoarse and move on to the next scandal, like when cousin Ryan got caught selling weed to a youth pastor. But no, this one hit too close. This was family business. This was betrayal. This was me doing something they never thought I'd do, becoming a parent without asking permission. And then I made it worse, because I decided I was done hiding. So I posted it. The photo. The real one. Not the grainy leak, not the blurry chaos. The one the nurse took after they cleaned him off when I was finally holding him skin to skin. Red eyes, messy hair, half smile, alive. Caption was simple. This is my son. No, I'm not answering your questions. If you know, you know. If you don't deserve to. And I logged the hell off. Let them spiral. Let them screenshot. Let Aunt Gina print it out and laminate it to pray over or whatever TF she does when she's offended. You want drama? Here's your front row seat, bitch. By the next morning, it had made the rounds. People were texting, is this real? Like I faked an entire baby. Lexi messaged me, girl, what EF you broke grandma. Apparently, she fainted. She's fine. Kayla? She lost her mind, posted a 12-frame Instagram story with a gray background, the visual equivalent of screaming into a pillow, accusing certain people of weaponizing parenthood and trauma bonding with people they've emotionally manipulated. M reached out, finally. She saw the post. She said she cried. Said she showed it to her own mom and told her everything. Said she's not sorry anymore. Said she'd do it again. She asked if she could visit. I said yes. She came over that night with a box of baby stuff and a bag of homemade cookies and stood in the doorway like she didn't know if I was going to slam it in her face. But I didn't. She held the baby like it hadn't almost destroyed her world. And I swear, he knew her. He stared straight into her eyes like, hey, you made me. She whispered, I missed you, little man. And I just about folded. We talked, we cried. She told me she's moving out of Kayla's apartment, that she's cutting ties, that she doesn't want to be part of that version of family anymore. Dad showed up an hour later with groceries and new onesies and just nodded at her like, welcome to the resistance. As for Mom, she still hasn't reached out. Neither has Kayla. Word is they're taking time to heal from the betrayal. Whatever. I'm taking time to breathe. The baby's 6 weeks old now. He has a name, a birth certificate, a favorite blanket that smells like microwaved laundry, and a tendency to fart mid-diaper change like it's a personal attack. And me? I'm tired. I'm still scared. I'm broke as hell. But I'm also weirdly at peace. Because for the first time in my life, I'm not trying to be the version of me that makes everyone else comfortable. I'm just being the version that keeps him safe. And if that makes me the villain in someone else's story, good, because I'm finally the hero in mine.